Hi guys, welcome. All right, Dylan, you think you can move back a little bit? Just move back a little bit. I need some space here. Look at him. You see him? He's the cutest. Okay, so I'm here for the first live stream of the day. I will answer the questions in the order that they are received, best I can, with super chats or PayPal donations to skip the line of $1.99 or more. Hang on, let me pull it up here. I think the first person I saw was Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn girl, love. You may be feeling a little unprepared or a little let down by love in the recent days, but moving forward, probably towards the middle or the end of March, you're going to start to feel like there's a lot to celebrate around love. You may have currently been dealing with a betrayal or a tower moment. You've got betrayal and tower around you. But walking away from what no longer serves you leads you to happiness, where your love life moves forward quickly and your wish comes true. It's going to be divinely guided. So whatever comes next, or the person that shows up, I think they're going to be an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. It's going to be divinely guided. So you'll be at the right place at the right time, and things are going to start to fall into place. You don't have to do much. You don't have to go looking for this. It's just going to happen. Okay, I am at Jennifer L. Love reading. Okay. Okay, love reading, Jennifer L. You may be feeling like you put in a whole lot of work and you didn't get anywhere. But that's going to be changing. Moving forward, you have love coming in. You have a wish around love, divinely guided love around a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Things move forward quickly. They change overnight. And arguing and bickering move into the past. Oh, thank you for the birthday wishes. Suella, does Terrence miss and love Deshana? All right, let's see. Does Terrence miss and love Deshana? You know what? I think that he does love her. Like, there's a part of him that's always going to love her. And I think that he does miss her, but I don't know what's gone on with their relationship recently, but it looks like he may be feeling a little bit like it's for the best and that they weren't really so great together. I think he's always going to care about her, but I don't think that, I'm not sold that they're going to end up getting back together. Yeah. I'm not, or at least not at this point anyway. Oh, thank you, TD. Thank you. Thanks. How's the Aries feeling about me today? Okay, let's see. How's the Aries feeling about me today? He's feeling relief. So I don't know if he's going to, you know, things around him settle down. He's going to be able to move forward, but he's feeling a little bit more relaxed in himself. You always get it. The Empress. Always. Every time we ask. Attraction, money, love, prosperity. You got to hear from this guy soon, because you got the Three of Cups here, so there's cause for celebration. There's passion here. Feeling like the world is at your feet. You got to hear from him soon. He's got to be showing up soon. The Empress shows up every time. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, okay, Queen of Swords. How did Jose feel after our conversation? Oh, bless you, bless you. Bless you. That was a big sneeze. All right, how did Jose feel after the conversation? He felt a little undecided, or like he has a decision he has to make. He's also feeling a little out of balance. Justice is in reverse, so he feels like justice wasn't on his side. But after this sits with him for a minute, right, he's going to start to feel a little bit more respect for you and more appreciation. He may be feeling a little bit off or a little twisted up, but I think that it was for the greater good. I think that the conversation went well. He's just got to digest it a little bit. The beautiful one, general for my business. General for my business. Okay, if you've been worried recently or if somebody stabbed you in the back and there's been some anxiety going on, that's all going to change because you got the death card here, which means transformation around the business for the greater good. Use your intuition. The business should take off. 10 of Pentacles is in reverse, which can indicate that there's going to be a delay when it comes to money, but it's still coming. So if there's like struggling or maybe you're waiting for financing or something, if there's a delay, don't get too worried about it because it's still coming. It's just a delay. Hey, what's happening? Did you drop something? What? Let me see. Something wedged in there? Oh, all right, I get it for you. All right, I got it. Oh, shit. Damn it. All right, wait, I gotta get it the other way. You know, Dylan, if you can hold it with your foot. Here, I'll get it. Oh, damn. Now, where is it? Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh. I love how he gets up to look with me. Like, he's like, you see it? See it? It's right there. Yeah, that's better on this side. This way it can't fall in the crack again. Suella, is Terrence going to use me until Deshanna gets back? I don't think that, I'm not convinced that Deshanna's coming back. Let's see. No, it doesn't show that he's using you. I'm not convinced that she's coming back, that one. What do you need? You need Binky? Hang on. Right, somebody always needs something. Right? All right, I got this for you, little one. This? Want that? All right, it's got a little kitty cat on it. Afia. Oh, thank you. General reading. Financial stability comes in and you have a wish that comes in. Either it could be a wish around money or it could be a wish for justice. So I don't know if somebody did you wrong and you're hoping that, you know, karma comes to get them. But if so, that's happening. You also have balance and patience and serenity coming in. A lot of happiness comes in moving into the spring, feeling very content. You could also find yourself in a soulmate relationship with a creative type person, possibly a Pisces if you're not with anyone right now. If you are, your current relationship can move forward, and feeling like finally your ship came in and your whole life is moving quickly. But it's good things that are all starting to fall into place. So I think that moving through the spring and into the summer, you're going to be feeling really good about a lot of different things. You know, this bed is small, Dylan, and there's a big dog on it. I know. I know. You ought to be here. But I don't have a lot of room. That's okay. We'll make it work. We'll stay here. Miss Ronnie, who made my tablet play music by itself last night? Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Let's go to the spirit cards. Who made the tablet start to play music? I wonder if it was one of the archangels. Archangel Michael, maybe? Haha, what did I say? Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, the Emperor, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. But Archangel Azrael is also here, release, the end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. That's excellent. It's like, you know how you don't always realize that things are changing until you look back on them and see how things have changed? I think this is kind of alerting you that you're in the middle of a change or a big change is coming. And then the 10 of air, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. I think you have Archangel Michael around you. I mean, Azrael is here too, but I said it before the card showed up. So I think that I'm confident that Archangel Michael is around. Diana, why is Che Inez Virgo distant? I'm a Gemini, okay? Why is the Virgo being distant? We're almost through this retrograde period, which is good. Thank God. Okay, so it shows first that they have, it could be a new business opportunity that they're working on. This could be a new job, a new business opportunity, or some kind of a new endeavor that has to do with money that could be taking up a lot of time. They also have stress and anxiety around them, but not so much because it's in reverse. So it's either going away or it's not that bad, but it's something that they're dealing with. They're a little bit disconnected to their intuition. The moon is in reverse, but once again, you got the Page of Pentacles here, which means being focused on a business endeavor or a new skill or something that's going to help increase their money in the future, and spinning the wheel of fortune. So stepping out of their box. I think it has something to do with business. Now, if they're not in, if they're, I don't know how old you guys are, if you're still in school, and this isn't like a work-related thing, then it would be applied to a school situation. Going to school, looking to get in touch with another school, something to prepare yourself to make money for the future that's taking a lot of time, putting a lot of effort into it. But it'll pass. Stephanie, general for next week. We got to clean out your ears, Dylan. I know you don't like it, but we have to. I see that you have wax in there. Okay, general for next week. Somebody from your past returns. It could be an old friend. It doesn't have to be an old lover. It could be, but somebody from your past returns. You hear from them or you speak to them. You have the Page of Pentacles, which would be either being presented with a new idea when it comes to making money, studying a new course, or getting the idea to do it. stepping out of the box, taking a leap of faith, and some kind of adventurous activity comes in. May do something next week or coming up over the next couple of weeks that's adventurous, kind of out of character for you, but a whole lot of fun. You also are going to have a lot of choices coming up in the near future. So you may be kind of thinking and overthinking and rethinking your decisions. Let me see, I think I maybe skipped some people here. Aaliyah donated through PayPal. I don't see Aaliyah's question yet. Let me keep going. Oh, there we go. Should I separate now from E to save me pain? Is there any chance at him fulfilling my desires of commitment and love? Okay, let's see. Are there any chances of commitment with Aaliyah and E? There is. Okay, I get a 70% chance that you get a commitment out of him. And then the 9 of Pentacles, which is also a positive omen. So it kind of goes up higher than 70% to like 80 or 85%. You know, the difficult thing about questions like this is that even though we may hope that there is, you know, hope in getting what we want, sometimes it's a lot easier to hear, no, you're never going to get what you want and move on, because then at least you know, you have somewhere to go. It's much harder to sit in limbo and feel as if you're waiting for your time to come. So I sympathize with anyone going through something like this because it's not easy. But I do think that there is a chance for you to get the relationship you want out of him. That's what comes up in the cards. So I wouldn't end it just yet. I would give it a little bit more time. Some people like to say, you know, give it an extra 3 months, because usually readings kind of cover about 3 months, give or take. Timing is a bitch, but about 3 months. So sometimes, like I've heard people suggest, well, just give it another 3 months from the time that you have the reading, and if it hasn't changed by then walk away. Sometimes I feel like, you know, just kind of hang in there, you know, because I feel like it's hard to shut your feelings off just because the 3 months is up. You know what I mean? But you got to put yourself first and do what's best for you, not him. So Anna, how does Alexia feel about me? Okay. I'm going to just move back a little bit because this guy here. All right. How does Alexia feel? Okay. Is she like a good friend of yours? Because she comes up very friendly. She comes up pretty pleasant. It does show that around her, she has the 10 of Cups in reverse, which means she has happiness around her, but it may be delayed. So I don't know if she spends time talking to you about what's gone on in her life. Overall, she feels that you are very successful, that you're very smart, and that you're balanced, patient, serene. She comes off as liking you or being a friend or wanting to be a friend. I'm not sure what your relationship is with her, but she seems like a decent person, a concerned friend. I don't think that she's got bad intentions. Vicky, the candle. This is how I do candle spell work. I will light the candle until it will not light anymore. So what kind of candle was it? Was it like in a glass jar? If it's in a glass jar and you can light it again and it'll stay lit, then it's fine. If it doesn't want to light anymore, then it's over. It's done. That's it. AJ, Marcus's feelings for me. Okay, he comes up as somebody who feels like, I'm always going to love her. There's always going to be a piece of me that loves her, but things are really complicated. It shows that around you and him, there can be success. You have the Six of Wands here. And if he's somebody from your past, you got somebody from your past coming back who will be working hard on reestablishing the situation or the relationship. But it does look like he feels like things are complicated or they can get really complicated. But I don't think he's ever going to come to a point where he would say that there isn't love here. I think there's always going to be love. SS, office, friends, trip. Office, friends, trip. Okay. Excuse me, Dylan, but you're in the way. Here, come sit down over here, baby. Good boy. You want to sit on the pillow? Go ahead. That's it. Good boy. Aw, that's a good boy. Okay, so for the office friends trip, it shows that the trip looks like it's going to be a success and that it's going to be a lot of fun. It also looks like you may either run into somebody from your past or somebody from your past may contact you while you're on this trip or around the time of the trip because you have the Six of Cups here. It looks like there may be some carefree times around this trip. Magic, feeling prepared. Now, I guess B is going on this trip too. It doesn't show anything specific for him. I think that if you wanted to make something happen with him, you would have to pursue it. The Tower is here around him. So he may be going through some bullshit on, in his own life around the time of this trip. And it looks like he's kind of pulling away. So I don't know, something may be going on with him. He seems kind of standoffish. Stephanie, how does T think I'm feeling about him now? I think he feels like you're undecided or you're annoyed with him. Or both, because you have the Two of Swords in reverse. Feeling annoyed. Queen of Swords, like you might have some sharp words for him. That's okay. It's okay. Let him... like these people got to know that you can't just do what you want. There aren't going to be consequences. You're going to have to do the right thing. A Stephanie question below. Why do I feel special connection with T with so many red flags? Because first of all, nobody's perfect. Second of all, soulmate relationships are fucking hard. And, I had a friend say to me once, and it made a lot of sense. We all make excuses sometimes for people when we're into them or we're in that moment. But noticing the red flags and knowing that things aren't perfect and not making it out like it is and being honest with yourself is okay. Things transform. Sometimes people can be a real asshole at one point and then things change. It happens. There are people that they have a really shitty relationship for a long time, but then the two people start to put the work in and they move forward. But the two people have to be on the same page. It can't be one person doing it because then it doesn't work. It throws the whole thing out of balance and it doesn't work. There are red flags, yeah, and it's not going to be a perfect relationship, but most relationships aren't. And at least you're seeing it for what it is. It's the person, right? The person that's in trouble is the person that is like, I have the best relationship ever. I'm so lucky. I get whatever I want, because it's not true. And they're lying to themselves. I mean, you can lie to other people can see through that. So I think that you're on the right track because you are seeing the red flags and because you do know it's not perfect and you are struggling with it. And you are questioning it. So that in and of itself puts you a step ahead. You know, it's like it's the person that's being snowed that is like, well, that'll never happen to me. Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure of that. So, but I also think a lot of it has to do with, you know, the way we grow up. Like, I mean, it's like you get to a certain age. My cousin got married. I don't remember how old I was, but he was my younger cousin, like by 8 years or something like that. And I remember one of his relatives said something to me like, maybe I was in my early 30s, whatever. He's, well, how come you didn't get married? What are you, an old maid? What's wrong with you? Like, first of all, why is there something wrong with me because I'm not married? Like, why do we have that, right? Like, why do people even think that? It's ridiculous. But so a lot of times people grow up thinking, well, they have to be with somebody, otherwise they have no value. And they're willing to settle for people that treat them like shit just so that they're not alone. You're already seeing the red flags. You've already gotten out of a relationship that wasn't working for you. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You feel compelled because it's a soulmate relationship. And no matter what happens, soulmate relationships are not easy. It's funny because people are always like, they kind of like, oh, well, that's just a karmic relationship. Yeah, okay, well, first of all, how do you know that their relationship is karmic? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know that? But karmic relationships are not as hot and as cold, the very middle of the road. So sometimes they're not always such a bad thing. You know, there's not a lot of like pain and heartache. Not a lot of passion and thrill either, but Kira, how does Leroy feel about me having a guy best friend? He's not crazy for it. You got the weight of the world here, feeling a little bit unsuccessful or like he hasn't made it to the top of the mountain, a little bit argumentative, but he deals with it. Not crazy for it, but listen, you can't control somebody else's life. You start getting into trying to control somebody else's life, that becomes like a pressure cooker that's going to get ready to blow. He's got to deal with it, and I think he knows that. AJ, what are Oz current feelings about me? What are Oz current feelings about AJ? He's very attracted to you, and he thinks that you're very stable, that you're balanced, that you're happy, and you're intuitive. And there's a good sense of a good deal of attraction here, which is nice. Diana, should I enroll in Bergen Community College? You're not too far from me. I actually have a friend that works there. A good friend of mine. All right, let's see. I teach in Bergen County. Yeah, I think you should. I think that it can be transforming with the death card. You could take your life into a whole, well, obviously, if you're going to college, it's usually going to take your life in a different direction, but the cards are showing that. I would. Especially, listen, I tell this to everyone. One of my biggest regrets, I feel like I didn't go away to college, and I feel like I missed that experience. But I would suggest for anybody, especially somebody fresh out of high school, I don't know if you are, but I'm just saying, this is my 2 cents. save so much money if you go to a local college for 2 years and then go away. If you have that opportunity, that's what I would suggest, just because of the amount of money and student loans and bullshit that you have to take. That would be my thoughts. Sweet thing. Oh, thank you. What is Kenneth's intent with me? What are Kenneth's intent with me? Okay. So first, it's showing that he thinks that your relationship is built on solid ground with very deep roots that can't be uprooted. Like, he feels very stable with you. He feels like there is justice around this situation, and he feels like things like it would be very easy to get into a relationship with you, and things would fall into place. But he also feels a little bit heartbroken about something that happened in the past, either between the two of you or just to him in general, that he's kind of carrying with him, like this baggage he hasn't let go of. He also feels that the two of you, your relationship can move forward very quickly. You have the Hangman in reverse here. His intent may be coming out of the blue and making a decision to move forward. It might not happen right away, but it could be happening in time. Queen of Swords, love reading for the month of April. Got magic around you in the month of April. You also have a Virgo here. The relationship with the Virgo can be built on solid ground if you choose to pursue it, and it may move forward slow and steady. It doesn't look like it's going to be something that's going to turn around, like explode overnight. It could even be somebody that's been around you that you just haven't noticed yet. Use your intuition. You're going to be thinking and contemplating a lot in the month of April. There's going to be a lot of thinking, rethinking, and analyzing. I would keep my eyes open for this Virgo. What's happening over there, Dylan? What are we barking at? Where'd that piece of bone go? Oh, here it is. Dylan, come on. Hey. Oh, what time is it? 3-2. Tony, is my future husband getting closer? I just gotta check the time. What is it, like 11:30? Okay. Yes, it's coming. It's coming. What are you trying to do over here, Dylan? Let me move this chair. I don't want you to go on your foot. All right. Yeah, you got a 99% chance he's coming. He's on his way. Priscilla, Antonio's going to make a committed love offer soon. Let's see. Will he make a committed love offer soon? It may not be as soon as you want, because I only got one ace, so that's like a 33% chance. It may be a ways off yet. Dylan! What's happening? What's happening? You want water? Jelena, would Dee want to be with me if I wasn't overweight? All right. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. No matter if you're overweight or not, somebody should want to be with you for you, not the size of pants that you wear. And as far as weight loss, so I've struggled with my weight my whole life. To me, what's important about losing weight is that it's for your health. Like for me, like after I had Avery, my concern was that my blood pressure was high, and she's a baby, she needs me here. That's my concern. The size my pants are not that big of a deal to me anymore. Now listen, I'm not going to tell you that I don't freak out about my weight, because I do. But here is the thing. If I look back on all the situations and relationships that I've been in where the guy has not ended up with me but with somebody else, all of those women have been heavier than me. They've all been bigger women than me, all of them. I mean, just naturally, I'm not that big of a person. I'm only 5'1". So weight doesn't matter. And it really is upsetting when people feel like there's something about themselves that they can change, and that's going to make somebody else like them. Because it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that at all. And for you to think that somebody would like you better if you're skinnier, skinny doesn't mean, it doesn't equal love. It doesn't equal love. And I work in the fitness industry, and let me tell you something. I see a lot of crazy shit that goes on. I mean, people that they're literally destroying their bodies. I'm not even talking about the diet or lack thereof, what they're eating, but they are doing so much exercise, popping painkillers so that they can continue to exercise when their back is out, their hamstrings are pulled, because they need to be skinny or they need to look a certain way. And at the end of the day, they are no more loved than me, you, or anyone else. So no, I don't think it comes down to your weight. I don't think it comes down to your weight. I think a lot of the issues I think most people have is insecurity and self-confidence in themselves. And I think that's what gets reflected out. More so than, if I was skinnier, if I was prettier, if I was shorter, if I was taller. I have never actually heard anybody ever say, well, if she was 5'7", I would date her. You know what I mean? Like, I think that for myself, when I've been in situations where, I was into somebody that wasn't into me, I think a lot of it was, that I couldn't accept it for an answer and just walk away from it. I think it took me years to just learn how to do that. It's not working, walk away. He just doesn't like me, that's it. And he likes so-and-so, and she's 50 pounds heavier than I am, but that's how it is. And that's was hard to accept for me when I was younger. The older I got, the easier I started to feel that it was, because I think I became more confident in myself. Not being overweight, it doesn't make a difference. I know plenty of skinny people from yoga that are not in a good place and they're not healthy. And I've also seen in yoga, skinny young women come in, and they're all in the yoga outfit. You would think that they were super experienced, expensive yoga clothes, expensive yoga mat, and they can't do anything. They're skinny, but they're not in good shape. And then there are women that I've seen that are in their 40s and 50s that may have 30, 40 extra pounds on them, but they can kill the class. So one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other. So please do not think it's anything physically about yourself. A lot of it comes down to self-esteem things. And I hate to say it, because comes down to self-esteem and not love. People tend to be attracted to people that don't want them. So just him knowing that you're interested in him or thinking you're interested in him may make you unattractive for that reason. For some reason, a lot of people want the person they can't have. And that's what it comes down to. It has nothing to do with love. It's fulfilling some kind of a need in their own ego. And they feel you know, special or approved of or valuable if they get what they want out of this person, even if it is only for 5 minutes, and even if it is they have to manipulate it. So please do not feel that anything has to do with your weight or your physical looks, because it's just not the case. If anything, if you told him to go fuck himself, he probably would be into you. And if you went out with somebody else, and especially if you went out with somebody else who he didn't think was as attractive as he is, that's when he would want you. It pisses me off when people feel bad about themselves for, you know, because you know what happens? Like, you look back years later and you're like, I wouldn't fucking date you if somebody paid me $12 million. So if this guy doesn't want to be with you now, in a couple of years from now, you'll turn around and be like, you know what? Thank God that didn't work out. Miss Ronnie. Are my coworkers upset that I deleted them from Facebook and don't trust them? Probably. Probably. And you know why? Because they just want to know gossip. Assholes. Yeah, and you know what? It comes up that they're really jealous too. Of course they're jealous. They want to know what's going on. I can't stand people. Trust them either. And especially when it has to do with work. I mean, I think it's bullshit that companies can investigate your Facebook page, but if that's what's going on, you have to be so careful with what goes up there. Kayla, general towards my upcoming future. Okay, general for Kayla. Happiness on all 10 levels. Things start to get much easier and smoother. The tower moment moves into the past, or any kind of upheaval is moving into the past. Letting go of regret, moving forward towards success, and feeling much more appreciated. I think you're about to embark on a much smoother, calm time in your life. Sweet thing, how does Rudy feel about me and her son's relationship? Okay. Okay, well, she may be a little bit, it's mild anxiety and minor concern for heartbreak. So I think she may be worried that you could hurt him. But overall, I think that she's okay with it. There's justice here, which would mean that either she's feeling like she's, like the relationship could be balanced, or she's not against it. She's concerned that he's not going to get hurt. I think most mothers are. All right, Laugh donated through PayPal. I want to make sure that I don't skip over Laugh. TD, does the Aries think of me, and what are his thoughts? All right, I don't see Laugh yet. Hang on. He definitely thinks about you, and guess what his thoughts are? Are we shocked? He's attracted to you. He thinks that there could be a future with you. He does. He thinks about you a lot. All right. Where the heck is Laugh? All right. Let me do L. Laugh, can you send me the question with blue hearts? Were my daughter and her dad T's soulmates? Were my daughter and her dad T soulmates? All right, let's see. Father and daughter soulmates. Yep, definitely soulmates. I kept getting the King of Swords this morning. What are the cards trying to tell me? The King of Swords can be a couple of things. An air sign is entering, an Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra, or it could be that you're going to have sharp words with somebody. It could be an argument, and it could be somebody out of the blue that you wouldn't expect it from, that they may come to you with some kind of anger or sharp words. Yeah, look, I just got the Queen of Swords for you. Yeah, use your intuition. Go with your gut. Go with your gut, because somebody around you is going to be either upset about something or want to talk about something. All right, I just saw the blue hearts pop up. Okay, how does the Scorpio feel about me currently for laugh? Okay, Scorpio has been thinking a lot about you lately. They feel like you guys have a great connection. They feel like divinely guided with the Judgment card, like there could be more to come. They almost feel a little bit laid back because they think that things are going to work out on their own. They feel spiritually connected to you, and they feel that you're very attractive. I think that they also may be worried that you have other opportunities around you and that you may not choose them. Like there are choices around you. Am I at Malika? I think I'm at Malika. Oh, you got your bone? Good boy. You came up here to hang out with us? Good boy. I think I'm at Malika. Oh, what was that? What was that sound? Huh? Michael's current feelings towards me. Okay. What are Michael's current feelings? Okay, he feels like you're very strong. He's almost a little bit intimidated by your strength. He feels like you have a lot of power and that you're very well balanced. He thinks that you're attractive and creative and happy, pleasant to be around. You have a spitfire personality and that you're really funny. And overall, he likes being with you. He likes spending time with you. Live life. Is the Taurus going to apologize and reconcile? Okay. Yes, he is. It's close to like a 90% chance that that's going to happen. Dylan, you're going to keep throwing it back there? Hold it with your foot. Miss Lavon, love reading. Feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain when it comes to love. So coming up, you're going to turn a corner, cross a bridge. Something's going to happen that's going to propel your love life ahead. You have the Knight of Pentacles here, which means things could move slowly. So if you're not with anyone right now, someone shows up, the relationship is slow and steady. If you are with somebody right now, your current relationship moves forward and then it continues slow and steady. It also could be that you have an earth sign coming in, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. It looks like you're going to be in heavy contemplation over the next couple of weeks, leaving things that no longer serve you and moving to things that are much more successful and better and healthier for you. You also may have a decision to make. So I'm wondering, you may be leaving someone for somebody else or making a decision around love. You have a lot of strength and courage, so you can do it. If you need to leave someone, you have courage and strength to do it and move on to something better. Ashmita, how is RJ feeling about me today? He feels good. He feels connected. He feels intuitive. He feels attracted. He feels like things could be moving forward quickly, and he also feels like you're very strong. You have a lot of strength around you. Ritz, when is Brian going to reveal his true feelings to me? All right, when is Brian going to communicate his true feelings? Oh, you woke up? Woke up, miss? Yeah? This spring. It could be, there's an 11 around it. So maybe sometime around the 11th of April or the 11th of May, but it would be sometime this spring regardless. Sue, how does Adam feel about me? But, no, what's that crying for? What a sad face. You make the saddest crying face. It's very sad. Yeah, all right. You believe this? Adam is very attracted to you. He thinks that you're very stable, balanced, that you have good karma on your side. And I think that he thinks that a lot of people are attracted to you, or everyone would want to kind of get with you sort of thing if they had the chance, and that you're very happy, and he feels happy to be around you, and overall pleasant. You're an overall pleasant person. I skipped Kira and AJ, I think. Right, let me go back up. Kira and AJ. Oh my goodness, I can't go up high enough to see Kira's question. Can somebody send Kira's with purple, purple hearts for super chat? And I will do AJ. Clarifiers when I pulled the Three of Swords today. Three of Swords is heartbreak. There's the heartbreak around whoever, for whatever reason you pulled it. If you pulled it for yourself, there's heartbreak around you. If you pulled it for someone else, there's heartbreak around them. But it's definitely, Three of Swords is heartbreak. Oh, there's Kira. What are Leroy's negative shadow traits that I should be aware of? He could be a little self-sabotaging. He could kind of make himself like the victim of a situation. I think a lot of people can, but it comes up strong for him. He also may have some anxiety that eats away at him, and he may not really talk about it. He may get silent when he goes through that. He might also hold himself back. He's capable of much more than he gives himself credit for. And he can kind of be his own worst enemy. I feel like that holds true for a lot of people, but it comes up pretty strong for him. Yeah, but if you pulled it, it could be something that's coming up in the near future. It's a disappointment or heartbreak. So it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be like you're in a relationship or you're married and you get divorced, but it could be like a disappointment, a letdown, something you looked forward to doesn't happen. And it doesn't have to be something you're going through right now. It's like coming up in the future. What's this guy doing? What are you doing over there, Dill? You need help? Live life. What is the Taurus thinking about me right now? Right now, the Taurus is thinking about setting healthy boundaries for themselves. So I don't know if you had a fight with this person and they're feeling anxious and feeling like this person's a slow mover. I'm not surprised. Taurus are slow movers. They may be feeling like they need to set stricter boundaries. They're a little anxious over the situation. They may feel a little bit of regret around the situation. She ended the friendship? Okay. So she's, all right, so then that's what this is. The Ace of Swords. She may feel that you lied to her or something. The Ace of Swords cuts through bullshit. So she may feel like you're bullshitting her, or that she's got to set boundaries, maybe feeling like she did too much for you and you didn't do enough for her. Things were not reciprocated. And she's anxious about the situation. So she's definitely thinking a lot about it. It's on her mind. It's almost as if she can't get it out of her mind. Crystal, how does my ex-Aries feel about me? The ex-Aries still cares about you, but they feel like you may be a little bit out of balance or a little bit unstable when it comes to money and finances. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse. They also have Justice in reverse, which either they feel like you did them wrong and they didn't see karma, or they feel like they haven't seen karma come back to the situation. They're also feeling a little bit of regret as to whatever happened between the two of you. They're not over it yet. They're still kind of going over what went wrong, what happened, feeling like they were a little bit screwed. Stephanie. Where's the question? Why did I dream of a baby toddler getting hit by a car today? I feel sadness when I woke up and worry. You know, I always go by how you feel in the dream, not so much what went on in the dream. So obviously this is something that made you feel sad and you woke up with that feeling. I think that it has more to do with what's going on in your life and how you're feeling about things in your life than it actually does what you saw in the dream. Let's pull a few cards here. Yeah, I see you may have been dealing recently with a betrayal or something. It could be a betrayal that you just haven't gotten over yet, even if it hasn't happened recently. Feeling a little bit argumentative, or there were arguments around you. Feeling like you need to leave something behind and move forward, but things have been hard, or it's been hard to get, you know, get the ball rolling. Also feeling like somebody stabbed you in the back, but you're moving into greener pastures. There's better times ahead. You got an offering of love coming in and transformation over your, you know, throughout your life. So I think that it's more about you feeling sad and processing what's happened in your life over the last couple of years. And, you know, it's like if you saw a child get hit, if the child died, Death is transformation. So that's what it showed you in your dream. One life ends and another life begins. So metaphorically speaking, the life that you were leading is changing. And that may be ending and you're moving into something different. And something that works a whole lot better than the last one did. Miss Ronnie, am I intuitive with or without cards? I don't think you really need the cards. I think the cards are just somewhat of a guide, or they can kind of confirm what you're already feeling. Rhonda, what is it with my coworker, Brima? She envy me. All right, let's see. Is there envy here? There is envy. Yeah, the devil is here. Jealousy, envy. I would watch out for her only because whenever jealousy comes up, it's a strong emotion. I mean, inevitably it's going to come back to her, not you, but I would just keep your eye out for her. I wouldn't be too close to her. If you can keep your distance. AJ, what's coming up for me this month? You have some financial stability coming in here. You also are going to be feeling a little bit of relief. Feeling spiritually connected, feeling balanced, serene. And you could be entering a new relationship or starting a new relationship with the Two of Cups. That probably would be more towards the end of the month. Oh no, sad face, sad face. What, Mama? Don't cry. That's a sad face. I don't love that. Love bug. How did Jay receive the text message I sent last night? Right, let me just check the time because I got to go to work. Okay. How did he receive the text message? Things could start moving forward quickly. And it could lead you to some happiness. I don't know what the text message said, but I think it made him happy. All right. Oh, I think I made it through the super chats. Okay. So let me go back up to the top. What's the matter, baby? Oh, what happened here? You need a little spit? A little spit? Good girl. You cute? Okay. Bobblehead. When will my Virgo ex reconcile? Oh, baby. It could take some time. You may not get a reconciliation until sometime this fall. It doesn't mean that you can't hear from this person. You could hear from them. You could be talking to them, but you may not get back on track until next fall. Lydia, weekend vibe. Read. Okay. Okay, overall, the feel of the weekend should be peace and serenity. But there may be some moments where a minor disaster and feeling a little bit burdened. But overall, it passes. You may be focused on something that's work-related. And you could be thinking about or planning a trip overseas to water, something like that, with the Six of Swords. Life moves forward quickly. The Chariot. The Devil is here, which means over this weekend you may be experiencing or having some fun with earthly pleasures, partying, hanging out, doing fun stuff. And I think life is going to change for you pretty quickly coming up. You may be a little bit worried or anxious about something. It's minor and it goes into the past. And then moving forward after the weekend ends, it's back to work. You have the Eight of Pentacles here and you're focused on something. Now, if you don't go back to work on Monday, I don't know which schedule is, this could become Monday that you're focused on working on something around the home or a new skill, a new project, a new hobby. But by Monday, the energy changes. The weekend may be a little bit more carefree. You may be having a good time, and then you kind of buckle down. Buckle down come Monday. Have a good time. I think you. All right, let's wrap up the super chats because I have to go to work, but I'll probably be back on later tonight. I'm just not sure what time. Live life. What did I do wrong with the Taurus? What did I do wrong with the Taurus? You know, it's funny because it doesn't really show that you did anything wrong. The only thing that it shows that you possibly could have done wrong is either been sharp with your words, so maybe you said something inadvertently that they took the wrong way, or you didn't choose them. So the choice is here. Like, I don't know if you choose to hang out with somebody else and not choose to hang out with her, and she's a little sensitive to that. And it also does show that you have judgment here, which means that this relationship should work itself out without you having to do much of anything. So I think she may have overreacted, or she may be overreacting and kind of taking it out on you. Divine intervention is going to see you through it. So she ended the friendship. She made you feel ignored, but it may be for a reason. She may have been doing it because she felt like either, I don't want to say neglected by you, but like, I don't know if like maybe other people in your life were more important than she was. I think she's going to come to her senses and realize that she overreacted. I would give it a little bit of time. You know, people can be very bizarre. Years ago, this is years ago, we were in college. My friend, good friend of mine, went to the University of Albany, and it was her sister's birthday in February, and we were going to spend the weekend up in Albany. And my mother wouldn't let me go because they were predicting like a 24-inch snowstorm. And my mother was like, you're not driving to Albany in a snowstorm. It's just not necessary. You're not going. So my friend that I was going with was like, well, it's my birthday. I don't want to be home. I'm going to go anyway. Like, people that aren't afraid to drive in the snow, drive in it. You know, I'm petrified, so I wasn't going to go. Even if my mother told me I could, I wasn't going to go. Like, you could put me in an army tank and I still wouldn't go. So when her birthday came, which fell over the weekend, I called her at home to wish her a happy birthday because we had just gotten hit with a blizzard, 24 inches of snow. I assumed that she didn't go, so I called her at home. You know, she got mad at me because you know what she thought? She thought that I was calling her at home because I knew she wasn't going to be there and that I was going to leave a message saying happy birthday because I didn't want to talk to her. How ridiculous is that? But that's what she thought. That's what she thought. So she got mad at me because I called her at home. Meanwhile, if she wasn't home, she was living with her parents. Her parents would have told me she's not home. She went to Albany, and I would have called Albany. But so like, people can be ridiculous. And of course that blew over too. Okay, Lydia, me and Mac read. Okay, reading between me and Mac. And then moderators, you can get your questions in. And then I'm going to try to come on sometime tonight, but it's probably going to be pretty late. Like maybe 10:30 or 11, something like that. There is a lot of thinking going on. Okay, so he may come in out of the blue. He may be offering you some kind of an offer or putting something out there that you're not picking up, or vice versa. But you guys are feeling a spiritual connection coming up. So you got it. One person is going to start to pursue the other. So this here, Four of Cups, it might not be that one person isn't picking up on the other's vibe. It could be that one person is overthinking things. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to move things forward? You know, what's my plan of action type of thing. Moving forward, the Nine of Pentacles is here, which is a positive omen. There's a lot of passion, and hey, guess what? Earthly pleasures. The relationship between you and this person can move forward quickly, and it would be something that would be very well balanced. So it wouldn't be the kind of thing where one person does all the work. It would be a balanced relationship. I think it's going to be fun moving forward. I think you're going to have some good times ahead coming up soon. Rose, the new person, send me your question with a green heart, and I'll do it before I go. Okay, moderators. Sonia B, L, and Malapali. Malapali. Will I get pregnant with the Gemini, and if yes, when? Are you guys together? I thought you guys weren't really together. All right, let's see. You are together. I'm not seeing a pregnancy coming up, not in the near future. So I would say probably not this year, maybe next year. But I'm not seeing one coming up right now. I mean, unless you guys were going to decide to try on it, you know, and, you know, work for it, then that could change. But, like, I'm not getting one just popping up. Rose, will the Taurus express his feelings towards me? Okay. When will the Taurus express his feelings? The month of May. Probably later in the month of May, like around Memorial Day, that kind of time. Because the clubs are here, so heading into the summer. Sonia. And is that it for the moderators? Oh, no, there's a career reading for Zara. Okay, I'll get to that. Sonia, I can't see your question. Can you send it again? I don't know what the hell is wrong with this stupid phone, but I'm not going back far enough. So let me just do Zara while I wait for your question. Career reading. There may have been some heartbreak around work in the past, and it may have been a little bit stagnant. You may be feeling a little bit of like things are never going to change, but that's not true. Coming up, all 10 cups are full. It's in reverse. It's going to take time, but moving forward, the sun is here, and you have financial stability coming in. I'm going to say that you should be getting a new job or a new job offers coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe late spring, moving into the summer. I think you're going to get something. I do think you're going to get something. All right, let me do Sonia. Tell me how Fatima felt when I confronted her with the truth. And if I ask Nora to get rid of the stuff, will she do it? Okay. I'm not really trusting that Nora is going to get rid of the stuff. I don't know what the stuff is, but I'm not convinced. Fatima felt a little bit like you called her on bullshit. Or like you had her backed into a corner. She's a little undecided about how to move forward. I think you guys wind up working it out though, because the last card comes up is the Sun card. So she feels like either she was busted, backed into a corner, a little twisted up over it, but I think it's going to kind of work itself out. I'm a little bit more concerned with whatever it is you want Nora to get rid of. I would double check to make sure she gets rid of it, whatever it is. All right, guys, I'm going to go because I have to go to work, but I also have to get out for a walk, do something like that. And I will see you guys hopefully sometime tonight. I'm just not sure what time. Thank you all for the birthday wishes, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.